Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the eternal city of Rome. Tonight you've got a Europa League playoff second leg between two gladiators of the European game. SS Lazio against FC Porto. You're joining me on the commentary hub. My name is Anthony Thomas, and I'll be guiding you through today's action. So the players have emerged from the tunnel and they have just lined up for the Europa League anthem, which is playing now. Stadio Olimpico not quite sold out this evening, but a good crowded, lively atmosphere. It's famous old stadium, hoping to see another great European night. So I'll run you through the teams. Lazio have made one change to the team that lost 2-1 in the away leg last week in Portugal. Ciro Immobile, their star centre forward who has 19 goals in Serie A this season from his 21 matches, he comes back into the side to replace Mattia Zaccagni. Zaccagni actually scored the goal for Lazio last time, so he might be a miss tonight, but with Immobile they've got a more than capable replacement. So Thomas Strakosha is in goal. The back four of Adam Marusic, Luis Felipe, Patrick, Stefan Radu. In midfield, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, Lucas Leiva, and Luis Alberto. And the front three of Felipe Anderson, formerly of West Ham, Pedro, formerly of Barcelona and Chelsea, of course, and the aforementioned Immobile. Porto have made three changes to their team that won the home leg. Diogo Costa remains in goal, and Bruno Costa comes in to replace João Mario. Chancellor Mbemba, Pepe, and Zaidu Sanusi are the rest of the back four. Then we have a midfield four of Otavio and Pepe Aquino on the wings, and it's Matias Uribe and Vitinha Ferreira, who comes in to replace Marco Grujic. And front two of Tony Martinez and Mehdi Taremi. Tony Martinez scored both Porto's goals in that first leg a week ago. Let's see if he can be just as much of a threat this afternoon. Our referee is Dennis Aitekin from Germany. All the officials, of course, are German. His assistants are Christian Dietz and Dominic Schal. Fourth official is Martin Peterson, and the VAR is Christian Dingert. So, as I said, 2-1, the score in Porto's favour after the first leg. Of course, there are no away goals tonight, so we have a more than usual threat or possibility, I should say, of extra time, maybe even penalty shootout this evening. Players have taken their positions, and we're just waiting for the referee's whistle to get underway today. Porto, in their all-navy away kits, will be kicking off from right to left. Lazio in their usual home colours of sky blue shirt, white shorts and white socks. And immediately, Porto tried to launch the ball forward. Chancellor Mbemba with a long, hopeful ball forward, but it's gathered by Thomas Strakosha. So Lazio now with their first meaningful possession of the game. Stefan Radu, experienced fullback, plays it infield to Luis Felipe. Felipe Anderson tries to link up with Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, but Lazio end up going backwards, and now Pepe has come forward over the halfway line with the ball. Nothing doing from that attack. Porto regather. Diogo Costa, the goalkeeper, with a couple of touches, his first of the game. He's on the ball now under not so much pressure. And he passes shots to Pepe. Vastly experienced Pepe. Chancellor Mbemba now. And he goes to Bruno Costa. Bruno Costa links up with Otavio. Porto happy to build a slow, patient attack. And now they come through the middle. Oh, a chance of a through ball there from Uribe, who is looking for Tony Martinez, but Lazio managed to cut it out. Marusic to Felipe, and now they go back to their Albanian goalkeeper, Thomas Strakosha. Luis Alberto, he's robbed the possession, and now Porto have a chance. Here comes Mehdi Taremi, but he's well tackled by Lucas Leiva. Leiva and Luis Alberto tidying up now for Lazio. No urgency either from the Biancocelesti. And now, that's lovely skill by Felipe Anderson. He comes away from the wing and finds Ciro Immobile. And now a shot from about 25 yards out from Luis Alberto, but it's blocked by Pepe on the edge of the area. First 2 minutes 40 of the game. First attempt at a shot, but doesn't even make it inside the 18-yard box. And Porto now hold possession in their own half of the pitch with the Congolese Chancellor Mbemba, centre-back. He links up with Pepe. Lazio now under the guidance of Maurizio Sarri, former Europa League winner with Chelsea. He'll be hoping for similar luck in the competition this season, but they've got some work to do. Having said that, Lazio are unbeaten in 6 home meetings with Portuguese opposition. They'll be looking for that run to continue tonight. But here come Porto. The first shot from, again, about 25 yards from Martinez, but it goes harmlessly wide. And Otavio is actually down, number 25 for Porto. Oh, he took a bit of a whack there from Radu, Stefan Radu, and he's been booked. That's first yellow card already. Not even 4 minutes played yet. Yellow card for the Lazio fullback. 35 years old now, Stefan Radu. I'm not sure. I think that one, in my opinion, could have been left there by the referee. He could have had the chance there to maybe keep his cards in his pocket and maybe try to keep things cool. But no, he decides that he wanted to take a name early. So 4 minutes gone, and Stefan Radu is treading a tight line for the next 86 minutes or so. The all-time leading appearance maker for Lazio. 419 appearances now, this one. Great bit of skill that we're just rewatching here from Felipe Anderson when he took the ball away from Sanusi on the wing. Found some space. Sergio Conceição is the Porto manager, former Porto legend, really, and also played 2 seasons at Lazio. He's back at his old stomping ground this evening. Yeah, he was a part of their Serie A winning team in 2000. They won the UEFA Cup. The old UEFA, well, sorry, not the UEFA Cup, the Cup Winners' Cup, the old Cup Winners' Cup they won back in 1999. And they followed that up with the Super Cup. Those are the days when Cup Winners' Cup winner took on the Champions League winner for the Super Cup at the start of the next season. Very fruitful period in Lazio's history. And we're back underway now. And Mehdi Taremi, the Iranian international, he tries to get away from Lucas Leiva, but Leiva brings him down. Taremi is asking why no card for that one. He just tried to turn infield and Leiva caught him. So about 30 yards from goal, Vitinha. Vitinha is over this one, but he goes short to Sanusi. He crosses in. It's cleared away. Pedro brings the ball away for Lazio. Felipe Anderson goes long and finds Immobile, and then it's straight into Pedro on the wing. He gets away from the challenge. Pedro on the wing. In comes the cross, looking for Immobile. It just overhit, headed up into the air by Bruno Costa and gathered by Diogo Costa, his namesake, the goalkeeper. First real time we've seen an explosion of pace from Pedro. He did well to get away from Otavio on the wing. His cross just only slightly overhit, looking for Immobile. And Porto survive. 7 minutes gone. Lazio 0, Porto 0. 2-1 to the Portuguese on aggregate. Cancel and Bemba. And Costa goes to Sanusi. Here comes infield to Vitinha. Vitinha goes back to his goalkeeper. And Porto come again with Mbemba. Vitinha is the one who's trying to make things happen between the defence and the midfield, trying to inject a bit of space, coming to look for that ball, trying to really set the attack up. But now Pepe comes to Sanusi. Now he's had the ball stolen off him by Anderson, and again he tries to get away from the defence. But in the end, Uribe, the Colombian, Matias Uribe, takes it from him. And Porto come again. They go to Otavio on the wing. Otavio infield to Pereira. Sanusi now on the other wing. He's taken, ball is taken from him by Marusic. Neither's like to really hold on to the possession here. Great through ball. And into the area comes Aquino. Aquino now sets it back to Vitinha. It's Otavio rather, and it's well cut out as the shot came in. Luis Alberto there with the block. Porto take the ball back into their own half now as they look to regroup and come again. Pepe. Otavio. Back to Pepe. Porto do not have a strong away record in recent European ties. They're actually 7 without a win in their last 7 knockout games, that is, in UEFA competitions. And they've conceded at least 2 goals in each one. So they're going to have to improve on that record if they're going to hold on to this 2-1 advantage that they've got so far. Both teams eager to build possession slowly and build their attacks. Sanusi, the Nigerian, now comes forward for Porto. Otavio, here we had him lined up as a winger for the in the match list, but on the team sheet, I should say. But he's definitely dominating that midfield at the moment. Pepe goes long, and Sanusi is on the wing. He finds him. He comes infield. Well, the ball is won back by Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. He thinks the throw is his. Clearly wasn't. Ten minutes gone here on the commentary hub. Lazio trying to inject a bit of pace into the game now. Here's Milinkovic-Savic. He goes across field to Luis Alberto. Stefan Radu now joining the attack. He goes back to Alberto. Through ball, beautifully timed through ball, almost beautifully timed. Just cut out by Chancellor Mbemba when Ciro Immobile was looking dangerous, running into the area. And it's cleared out for a throw-in, which Porto's number 28, Bruno Costa, takes. Matthias Uribe links up with Chancellor Mbemba. Back to Bruno Costa. Mbemba right down in his own corner flag. What's the referee given here? He's given a free kick, I think, to Lazio. Stefan Radu this time drawing the foul. Yeah, a bit of a mistimed pass by Mbemba. He was looking for Otavio, and Radu came in to steal it, and Otavio had no choice. Well, not no choice. He couldn't quite time his control correctly, and he caught Radu. So, a free kick for Lazio, wide out on the wing. About 20 yards from goal, if that. 20 yards from the goal line, I should say. Much more than 20 yards from goal. In-swinger comes in now. Oh, far too overhit. A bit of a waste, that one. It was Luis Alberto's free kick, the in-swinger. And it was about 10 yards too far in front of everybody. It goes harmlessly wide, high and over the bar. Diogo Costa goes short with the goal kick. And has received the ball back from Mbemba. Pepe. Again, Porto waiting for Lazio to come at them. They seem... They look like they're going to be happy just to take a 0-0 here tonight and safely book their passage through to the last 16. And now, Strakosha is forced to come right out of his area to collect an attempted through ball. And he clears it well. Goalkeeper, 18 caps for Albania now, despite being born in Greece. Came in midway through the season, took the number 1 shirt off the Pepe Reina, who is on the bench for Lazio tonight. When I have an opportunity, I'll run you through the full substitutes list. I haven't had the chance to do that yet. Sanusi takes the ball from his goalkeeper. He's on the wing. He goes infield to Uribe. Back to Pepe. Mbemba in space. Bruno Costa. I'd love to know how many passes the Porto back five have had compared to the remaining 17 players on the pitch. They must absolutely dwarf them. They've had a lot of possession, the back four and the goalkeeper. Luis Felipe plays the ball out of play and whacks the ball off his own manager, Mauricio Sarri, who doesn't seem at all flustered or having the ball struck into him from close range. And Porto come backwards from their own throw-in. Costa again looking for Sanusi on the wing. In the midfield now comes Vitinha to Uribe. A bit of space now. They forced the Lazio players back, all but one inside their own half. And into the Lazio half now come Porto. Otavio, Uribe. Otavio now on the right wing. Cuts out. And Lucas Leiva just manages to get a foot in there to win possession back for Lazio. Let's see what they could do with this. We've got Radu. Oh, a bit of a hospital pass back to Strakosha. And Taremi was there to try and steal it from him, but quick thinking by the goalkeeper just knocked it long. And eventually the ball comes back to the Porto's goalkeeper, Diogo Costa. And again, another short, slow attack to be built by the Dragões. Vitinha Ferreira. He finds Aquino on the wing. Pepe Aquino. Infield, back to Vitinho. Now Mbemba. Otavio. Pepe passes over the halfway line to Sanusi. Possession, the key for Porto. But now Immobile has stolen it back. Ciro Immobile with a chance to run. Mbemba, Ciro Immobile into the box. Can he get a shot away? He does. Oh, and it's just trickled wide. Ciro Immobile was there to finally steal the ball away from the Porto midfield, who were quite content to play possession. And he gobbled up a chance to steal possession back. And he found his way into the area. He had too much pace. He had too much pace for Mbemba. But he just couldn't connect properly with his shots, which trickled just wide of the post. I think Diogo Costa had it covered. But the first real opportunity of the game falls to the home side. And the first chance really that Ciro Immobile has controls what he's up, but he might have another opportunity coming up. Pedro now. Pedro on the edge of the box. Comes inside. Now looks for the cross. Oh, and it was far too close to Diogo Costa. And the goalkeeper handles it well. So, Porto are still content with the possession game, but Lazio seem primed and ready to counter-attack when they get those opportunities. They're remaining patient. The side from the Italian capital. They're ready to spring an attack when they win possession back in dangerous areas, which they've done again now for the third time. Now Felipe Anderson. Back inside to Leiva. Oh, and that goes forward. Here's Immobile. Can he finish? Yes, he can. But is he onside or not? Ciro Immobile is offside. He has been given offside finally by the official. Lucas Leiva and then Luis Alberto with a nice ball threaded through, which Immobile was there to take, and he just nicely lofted it over Diogo Costa. And the flag, oh my, as you can probably tell from my voice, I thought at first it might have been offside. It took a long time to get that confirmation. But it does remain Lazio 0, Porto 0. Goal ruled out for offside, and he was, of course, now with VAR, we could always check for certainty, but we didn't really need to draw any lines. Clearly, he was in an offside position. So, after being content for 15 minutes or so, just holding onto the ball, slowly building their attack, Porto started to look a bit dangerous, and now it's happened again. And Immobile now has got the better of Pedro. Can he finish this one? He takes a shot. This time he does finish. That's the opening goal for Lazio, and it's Ciro Immobile. He puts them in front with a fantastic finish, and again, Porto get caught out in midfield, trying to play possession. Pepe's pass was got astray, and Immobile was there ready to pounce. Pepe's attempted pass was cut out, and it fell nicely to Immobile, who still had plenty of work to do. Sprinted into the box, and then with a right foot shot low to the goalkeeper's left, beating him at the near post. Ciro Immobile. 2 goals at Euro 2020. 19 goals so far in Serie A. He's having an absolutely fantastic season. And he shows why he was missed so badly by Lazio in the first leg. He'd been suffering a fever out of the team for a couple of matches. And he's put Lazio 1-0 up here. It's 2-1, 2-2, I should say, 2-2 on aggregate. Game on at Stadio Olimpico. Lazio 1, Porto 0. Porto are underway again. No change to their approach in this game. The crowd now are really hearing they're really hearing their voices the first time since kickoff. They weren't content just sitting and watching this Porto possession game. But Lazio have managed to awaken the crowd again. Pepe on the ball, well inside his own half. Finds his centre-back partner, Chancellor Mbemba. Mbemba has a couple of big fixtures ahead of him for his national team. Democratic Republic of Congo have playoff against Morocco for a place at Qatar later this year. They've not played at the World Cup since they was known as Zaire back in 1974. But now Porto have a chance to attack. Here comes Kidio. Here comes Sadisu, I rather should say. His cross into the box is cut out by Lazio. And eventually they get the ball clear, but only as far as Vitinho. But he can't bring the ball into control. Now Luis Alberto is coming forward again. Who can he find? He's found Pedro, and he's found Immobile, and he's put the ball into the back of the net. But again, for the third time in about 5 minutes, Ciro Immobile has had the ball in the Porto net. He and Pedro were both, sorry, it was Felipe Anderson. He and Felipe Anderson were both miles offside. And Anderson took the through ball from Alberto. He played it square to Immobile. He couldn't miss. But the two of them well offside. So it remains Lazio 1, Porto 0 for this second leg. We were just having a check back on the first offside goal. And yeah, clearly about half a yard in that one. No problem with the second one, of course. Now, third time the ball has been put in the net by the returning Ciro Immobile. But still, only one illegally. Okay, just coming up to the quarter mark in this game. Almost 22.5 minutes played. And after a very slow, rather methodical start, we've had a bit of action to talk about. And let's see what Porto can do. Vitinha goes infield to Pepe. Back to Vitinha on halfway. Sanisu. Again, everything at the moment coming through the youngster Vitinha. He's 22 years old. He's played the majority of matches this season. He was on loan at Wolverhampton Wanderers last season. Didn't play a big part in what was then Nuno Espirito Santo's side. It's a handful of Premier League appearances. You can tell there's not a lot taking place on the pitch in terms of action, the amount of facts and stats I've already given you in this game. Chancellor Mbemba now. He plays a nice through ball, looking for Mehdi Taremi. It was just overhit, but still the Lazio defense were forced to put it out of play. Just having another look now at the third time. Oh, here we go now. Now we're back live, and Porto have a chance to put the ball into the box. In it comes now, the header is there from Otavio. He had lots of work to do. It was a cross to the near post. Otavio, the first man, really, and he sort of had to loop it across goal. But it loops wide and high over the goal. Sergio Conceição now strolling up and down his touchline, first time in the game, and now Felipe Anderson is up against Pepe on the touchline. He beats him. Felipe Anderson into the box, up against Salisu, and Sanisu is forced to turn the ball behind for a corner. Lovely skill there by Anderson. A beautiful nutmeg on the vastly experienced Pepe. Sanisu manages to stand his ground though and blocks the attempted cross out for a corner. Anderson's skill has been all a bit too much for Porto so far this evening. A couple of times he's used his trickery to get away from defenders. So it'll be Luis Alberto hoping for a better corner than his free kick about 15 minutes ago or so. In comes the corner. Oh, they got that all wrong. Lazio head was onto it, but they actually headed out to the road box. But they've got a second chance to cross. Half cleared again. And offside actually is given against one of the Lazio attackers. I'm not sure exactly who that was. Felipe Anderson was in there. Stefan Radu as well. So it'll be a free kick in their own box to Porto. Conceição is screaming at his players. He seems to want a little bit more urgency from them. He's not getting it. So the Lazio bench, we've got Giovanni Cabral, Jean-Daniel Akpakpro, Dimitri Kaminovic, Luca Romero, Ersaid Haisai, Pepe Reina, Raul Moro, Andre Anderson, Danilo Cataldi, Alessio Furaneto, Toba Basic, and Francisco Acerbi, who's been out for nearly 2 months with injury. And Porto come now, attacking down the wing. It's Otavio. Otavio with the cross coming into the box. Who can he fight? Oh, Taremi and Martinez were both in there, but now it's been recycled. Another chance for Taremi. Can he get his shot away? He goes down, and he's going to get booked for diving. Yellow card came straight out with the referee from the referee's pocket. He had no debate over that one. It looked very, very theatrical from Taremi. Porto players are suggesting the referee may have made a decision here. It was Sergei Milinkovic-Savic who had a sort of half attempt to tackle Taremi, and Taremi went right over his foot, quite theatrically threw himself on the ground. I think the referee's got this one spot on. A dive by the Iranian, yes. I'm seeing the replays now, it really does look awful. And we haven't got the game back underway yet. The referee is just gesturing to the players that they just need to wait a second. We are having an official penalty check from VAR. Christian Dingut may have seen something the referee didn't, and that I didn't either. They're being... well, it is their job to be meticulous with their checks, and that's what they're doing. So we might have a short break here. Referee still in dialogue. Lazio players now surrounding the referee. He's still telling the players just to be patient. Of course, now the players turn on each other. The check is still continuing. And now the referee has made the sign with his arms, and he's coming over to look at the monitor. I would be really surprised if this ends up as a penalty, but we know that when the referees generally come over to have a look at these, generally the decision is reversed. There might be the slightest bit of contact, the tiniest bit of contact from Milinkovic-Savic, but for that to be enough to be a penalty, where the dive from Taremi is so overplayed, if I can say it like that. The referee is having many looks at. He's made his decision, and he has awarded a penalty. It is a penalty. Immobile is absolutely incensed, as are the rest of the Lazio players. They're now in the right of the referee's face. He's going to get booked, Immobile, if he carries on like this. Milinkovic-Savic, who's now therefore given away the penalty, is looking distraught. I just cannot for the life of me see what the referee... Well, I can't for the life of me see what the referee is seeing. It looked like an absolute stonewall dive. But nonetheless, the decision has been reversed. And it's the man who was fouled, Mehdi Taremi, who also missed the first leg. He's up against Thomas Strakosha, waiting for the referee's whistle now. Taremi against Strakosha. Taremi, who was influential in Iran's qualification for Qatar, up he steps, Taremi, and he finds the bottom corner. It's 1-1 here at the Stadio Olimpico. Mehdi Taremi has scored his second European goal of the season. This one from the penalty spot. Low and accurate to the goalkeeper's right. Strakosha went the right way, but it was so well placed that he just could not get a glove on it. Right-footed shot to the goalkeeper's right into the bottom corner. Perfectly slotted penalty by Taremi. And the advantage is back in Porto's favour. It's Lazio 1, Porto 1, 3-2 to the Portuguese side on aggregate. We're back underway. Real urgency from Lazio from the kickoff. And it's Marusic. Marusic tussling with Vitinho. Now Anderson. Anderson digs out across under quite a lot of pressure. And he managed to do well just to find the Porto goalkeeper, Diego Costa. He bowls the ball out to his namesake Bruno Costa. Lazio win possession back, but are forced to go all the way back to Strakosha. He plays it short to Luis Felipe. Into a couple of 1-2s. Felipe comes to his wing-back, Marusic, who then tries to find Anderson. Maurizio Sarri on the bench, calling for calm. First goal, of course, for Mehdi Taremi in the Europa League. Of course, his other European goal this season came in the Champions League. Porto finishing third in their group behind Liverpool and Atletico de Madrid, finishing ahead of AC Milan. Lazio second in Europa League Group E behind Galatasaray. Of course, the new format this season means third to the Champions League, plays second in the Europa League for a place in the final 16. Lazio coming forward now. Pedro looking to get onto it, but Mbemba was across to hammer the ball out for a throw-in. 20 yards from the goal line. Lazio throw-in on the far side. Radu seems to be suggesting he's going long, but he goes short. Now, and he's... Well, that looked like a foul to me, but referee says nothing doing. Porto win possession back, and they go long looking for Martinez. But Lazio managed to play a few neat passes, and there Pedro almost caught out for the offside there, but just managed to get back onside, but he couldn't do anything with it at the end. And now Porto come forward. Taremi. He's looking for Sanisu. It was his only option there, and Lazio knew it. And Milinkovic-Savic this time robbed Taremi of possession fairly. I thought he'd done it fairly in the first place, of course. And the ball goes out for a Porto throw-in, which they go 60 yards back straight to their goalkeeper and build another attack. They've got to force Lazio to come at them again. Pepe on the ball, forward to Taremi, then he finds Vitinho. Otavio and Uribe also combining. Otavio goes long, looking for Martinez. Martinez on the wing, couldn't get away from Radu. He forces the ball out of play, throw into Porto. It was Patrick, actually. Patrick, former Barcelona Academy man, who put the ball out of play there. Uribe, Colombian, with the long throw into the box. Who can he find? Milinkovic-Savic is in there. Patrick's in there. And Porto, a bit of head tennis now going on. And eventually, a slice clearance by Felipe Anderson, straight to Sanisu. He has the chance to put the ball back in, but it's blocked this time well by Anderson. And Porto are forced back again. Pepe inside their own half. Forward from Pepe to absolutely nobody in particular. High looping ball goes straight back to Lazio. Immobile. Oh, that's a bad challenge. Bad challenge by Taremi. Plus, Taremi's yellow card was wiped after the booking. I think he might deserve one there. Felipe Anderson again cuts in on the wing, and then he plays a nice ball out to Marusic. Marusic with the cross, looking for Immobile, cleared by the Porto defense. Back to Albert, and back to Anderson, Felipe Anderson. Stefan Radu links up with Luis Alberto. He goes back to Patrick. Leiva is there. What can Lucas Leiva do here with this one? He's got space in the middle of the park. Doesn't have many options though. He finds Alberto. Back to Leiva. Oh, his poor pass just about is gathered by Radu. Quite underhit there by former Liverpool player. He's now pulling the strings in the middle of the park. And Felipe is forced back to Strakosha. Now Patrick. Leiva again. A long, hopeful ball looking for Immobile. Oh, he barged Mbemba out the way, fairly according to the referee. Really used his strength there, Immobile. He's not the tallest player, but he really knows how to scrap with the defenders. But the ball was just overhit, and it was gathered by Diogo Costa. Ball is out to play for a Lazio throw-in inside the Porto half. Pedro wanted to take it quickly, but in the end, he waits for Radu. He goes back to his fellow defenders. Now Luis Felipe looks for Anderson with the run, but it's cut out by Mbemba. Sanisu there with a heavy touch, and he's been robbed of possession by Milinkovic-Savic. He finds Anderson well with the back heel. Back out to Milinkovic-Savic. Combines well again with Anderson. Marusic, they've been forced back well. But Patrick and now Radu build the attack again. Lucas Leiva in the middle of the park. Pedro with the hopeful ball and with the shot. Oh, Luis Alberto's shot is blocked by Pepe and it's out for a corner. It was Leiva's ball which found Luis Alberto on the edge of the box, and then the shot was blocked by Pepe. But here comes the corner. In swinging again. Right at the top of the goalkeeper, who believes he was fouled. He went down, and Mbemba was forced to clear the ball. Second chance, and away again, this time by Sanisu. And finally, at the third time of asking, Porto clear their lines. But all the Lazio players are inside the Porto half, and they have possession again. Another long, the hopeful ball comes in, cut out. Immobile, edge of the box. Oh, and he tries to link up with Milinkovic-Savic, but they get their wires crossed a bit, and Porto survive again. Now it's number 10, Alberto, but his heavy touch goes out to play, and that ends the spell of Lazio possession. Porto will have a throw-in in their own half of the pitch. .40 gone. 5 minutes to half time. We'll have a bit of extra time, a bit of added time, thanks to the long VAR check. The 5 minutes of the original 45 to be played. Lazio 1, Porto 1. Mbemba inside his own half. He goes back to Diogo Costa. Pepe under a little bit of pressure from Anderson. Ciro Immobile now is chasing down Sanisu, but he goes long, but it's cut out by Marusic. Felipe now tries to get it away, but Otavio has one possession back for Porto. He's been robbed of it. Anderson again tries to get away from Sanisu. And now the ball has found its way back to Diogo Costa, who finds Bruno Costa. Porto playing themselves into trouble again. Lucas Leiva now for Lazio inside the attacking half. Milinkovic-Savic. Felipe links up again with Leiva. Now Pedro. Now Radu. Pedro now into the box. Tries the first time cross, but it's cut out quite simply by Mbemba. But again, Lazio have won the ball back inside the area. Now Immobile, and it's won back just in the nick of time by Uribe. And Porto finally managed to clear their lines. If they continue to play this slow possession game, they're going to get picked off more and more often, I think, as time goes on. A slip there from Martinez allows Lazio to win possession back. It's Marusic on the wing. Marusic looks for Anderson. Good pass. He's being shepherded out and wide by Pepe. And with the covering from Martinez, tracking back the striker, he manages to win possession back for Porto. Vitinha now is robbed of possession inside his own half. And again, Lazio finishing this half much the stronger. It's Luis Alberto to the edge of the area, finds Immobile with his back to goal, and he is fouled. He is fouled by Vitinha. By Uribe, sorry, fouled by Uribe. About 25 yards out on the far side. That's Lazio's left wing. Just having a look at Uribe's good work from a couple of minutes ago inside the area. Possibility he may have fouled Pedro. So this free kick is far enough infield for a shot to be taken. Milinkovic-Savic is over it. He'll take a fierce right foot shot to beat Gomez from here, but it's not impossible at all. Costa is shaping his wall up. It's going to be Milinkovic-Savic. 35 yards out. Here's the effort. Milinkovic-Savic blocked by the wall and thumped clear. Absolutely hoofed clear. And it's gone so far that it's actually gone well over the head of Strakosha, but thankfully it wasn't on target. If that had been on target, that clearance, I think it was by Otavio, the goalkeeper would have been backpedaling and really in trouble there. It would have been the most incredible goal, but thankfully it went a few yards wide. Thankfully for Strakosha, that is, of course. 30 seconds of the 45 remaining. Lazio with the ball in possession in their own half of the pitch. It's Luis Felipe on the ball. They're taking their time over this one. They're looking to build maybe one final attack. He goes short to Alberto, who plays it back straight to him. Now Felipe goes long, looking for Immobile. Immobile has three players around him and the goalkeeper, and Costa gets his gloves on it before Immobile can do any more damage. 5 minutes added on. 5 minutes to be added at the end of this half. (3-2) to Porto on aggregate. 1-1 on the night. This tie is finally poised going into the final 45. And Porto have a chance now to really give themselves 1 foot in the last 16. If they can do something here, they're trying to do something with it now. But again, not a lot of urgency. It's back now with Mbemba. And back now even further with Costa, who goes to Pepe. Pepe goes long. He's looking for Aquino. Oh, a poor pass there from Strakosha. It's back to Aquino. He found Aquino when Pepe couldn't. Now it's out to Sanisu. Sanisu gets the better of Marusic with the cross now. Header comes in. Oh, Taremi just couldn't reach it. And it was cleared by Lucas Leiva. Raju now. Stefan Raju bringing the ball forward nicely. And now he's found Immobile. Immobile plays it straight to her for the running Anderson. Can he get the better of Sanisu? He doesn't quite. Oh, and he's gone down. He's gone down holding his face there. Felipe Anderson. He just lost out in the foot race with Sanisu. But he went down instantly holding his face. And the linesman flagged ferociously. Let's see what happens here. It's a yellow card. It's a yellow card for Zaidou Sanisu. Now, if the rules are, if you strike a opponent on the face, that's a red card offence. So they've clearly seen something. I'm just having a look at the referee now, and the replay now. There is a slight touch. There is a slight touch on the face of Anderson, but it's nothing really malicious. I agree that would have been harsh. That would be a very, very harsh red card. But nonetheless, if you strike a player in the face, the rule is it's a red, but there the referee decides the yellow was plenty. It's going to be Luis Alberto with the free kick. In comes the cross, goes to the back post, header comes in, oh, and it goes headed back across the face of goal by Milinkovic-Savic. Looping header, looking for the opposite post. But he couldn't direct it. I'm not really sure there if he was looking for the back of the net or if he was looking for someone to come and nod it in. Either way, couldn't get his angles right, and he goes out for a goal kick, which Costa will take. And I don't know how many goal kicks or how many touches Costa has had in this game. I think that's the first time he's knocked one long. Over the halfway line, ball eventually finds its way to Martinez. But now Porto can't do anything with it. And Milinkovic-Savic gets it clear. Raju now under a bit of pressure. Lazio keep their cool, pass their way out of trouble. Patrick now back into his own area. Strakosha. And he decides enough is enough. Long he goes looking for Immobile. Cleared by Sanisu. Moved forward. Not much to the light of the Lazio fans, but it's worked out well. They've found Milinkovic-Savic inside the opposite half. Luis Alberto now. Pedro on the left wing. Pedro running at the defence, but his attempted cross is blocked. Tavio can bring it away for Porto. About 30 seconds left of the 5 added on. I don't think we'll have much more added on. We've not really had any stoppages in this. I suppose we have the foul. The foul on Felipe Anderson by Sanisu, so we might have a few seconds further. Chancellor Mbemba, he tries. I think Pedro is trying to make up for his loss of possession a few seconds ago. He manages to get a block onto Mbemba's clearance, and there was only one place that was going over the Porto goal line for goal kick. We won't have anything extra added. The referee blows the half-time whistle. And it was a slow beginning to the game, but once Lazio started to put Porto under a little bit of pressure, it really opened up midway through the first half. Ciro Immobile's goal equalized the tie, put Lazio ahead on the night. And then a rather controversial penalty, tucked home by Mehdi Taremi, who was initially booked for a dive. He was overturned by VAR, and his free kick beat Thomas Strakosha. So it's Lazio 1, Porto 1 on the night. Now with 45 minutes left to play in the tie, it's Lazio 2, Porto 3. Welcome back, everybody, to the Stadio Olimpico. The players are returning to the pitch. Second half to come between Lazio and Porto. Ciro Immobile's 18th minute effort, cancelled out by a penalty in the 31st from Mehdi Taremi, which was overturned by the referee after consultation with VAR. 3-2, therefore, and to Porto, with 45 minutes to tie left. Just waiting for the last couple of Porto players to emerge from the tunnel. They're taking their time. Lazio are ready and waiting. So, a reminder of the lineups. Strakosha in goal for Lazio. Back four of Marusic, Luis Felipe, Patrick, and Radu. Milinkovic, Savic, Leiva, and Luis Alberto are the three in midfield. Front three of Felipe Anderson, Ciro Immobile, and Pedro. On the bench, Akpo, Kaminovic, Romero, Kisei, Reina, Moro, Anderson, Cataldi, Fulaneto, Basic, and Acerbi, and Cabral. For Porto, Diogo Costa is in goal. Bruno Costa, Chancellor Mbemba, Pepe, and Sanisu are the back four. Midfield four of Otavio, Uribe, Ferreira, and Pepe Aquino. And up front, Mehdi Taremi and Tony Martinez. Substitutes for Porto, João Mario, Marco Grujic, and Fabio Vieira, the three who started the first game, the first leg, didn't retain their places. Fabio Cardoso, Ivan Marcano, Francisco Conceição, Wenderson Galeno, Eva Nilsson, Ruben Semedo, Steven Estacchio, Gonzalo Borges, and Agustin Marquezin. Francisco Conceição, of course, son of manager Sergio. Beginning to make his name in the Porto team. And of course, Wenderson Galeno on the bench was signed in January from Braga. And he is actually the joint top scorer in this season's Europa League. 6 goals, same as Lyon's Carl Toko Ekambi. Toko Ekambi had an amazing Africa Cup of Nations, scoring plenty of goals in that as well. We are back underway. This time Porto kicking off, Porto going from right to left, Lazio with the kickoff. And immediately Porto coming forward and a cross coming in to the box, but it's well cleared by Lazio. Pedro trying to bring the ball away. Luis Alberto is on his outside. He plays a through ball to Immobile. Immobile tries to beat Mbemba, but Mbemba gets the better of him. And he finds Uribe. Vitinha back to Pepe, who goes to his left, where he finds the left back Sanisu. Vitinha again, he's the one coming very deep, looking to take the ball from the centre backs, being that short option. And now Porto come down the left wing. It's Martinez. Martinez with the cross. He's looking for the running. Oh, fantastic effort. Brilliant cross by Martinez, and Pepe Aquino was running into the box. He met the ball perfectly. He was nowhere near the area, really. And the cross came in from Martinez. The ball bounced around the penalty spot. And Aquino, storming into the box, met it with his head. And it went just wide of Strakosha's goal. First real chance of the second half falls to Porto. And if they do get the next goal, you'd fancy them to be able to see this out. Lazio have looked dangerous, but I'm not too sure how well they'll cope with Porto playing possession of football when 2 goals ahead. We haven't seen much of the famous Sarri ball. Lazio have been quite direct when they've had the ball. They haven't had too many of these short, intricate passes that Maurizio Sarri's teams are famous for. The jury was out as to whether it really worked at Chelsea. Did get the Europa League win out of it, of course. Long coaching career for Maurizio Sarri. Over 30 years now he's been the coach. Long list of teams, and of course, first major honor came with Chelsea, and since then he backed that up with the Serie A title with Juventus. Joined them as manager, started the season, did the 63-year-old. His side under a little bit of pressure here, but Martinez cannot keep the ball in play. And Lazio have a throw in on the near side, which fullback Stefan Radu is preparing to take. Radu's effort is blocked. It's won back by Porto. Radu has now gone down, but the play continues. Taremi is looking for it. Milinkovic-Savic tidies up for Lazio. And now Immobile gets away from his marker. And he goes out to Anderson. Anderson with a wonderful cross. Licked down. And Alberto! Oh! Just wide. The chance presented itself perfectly for the midfielder, Luis Alberto. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic controlling the cross perfectly with his head, knocking it down into Alberto's path. And with his right foot, he hooked the ball horribly wide. He's got to hit the target. We're already 12 yards out, right in front of goal. Time to take it down and set himself, but he got that one all wrong. Let's see if Lazio rue that opportunity. But now Pedro with a nice crossfield ball out to Anderson. He's got options. And he looks to take one. No, he decides to keep possession himself, Anderson. Eventually he goes back to Lucas Leiva. Leiva across to Radu. Now a cross comes in for Pedro, looking for Immobile. Chancellor Mbemba's there. Pepe's there. Pepe is forced to put the ball over his own goal line, out for a corner. Good pressure there. Good pressure there from Immobile, and Milinkovic-Savic as well was in there. Lazio flags are flying in the Curva Nord, I believe it is. And then it's Roma fans who occupy the south. I may have got that one the wrong way around. Forgive me if I have. But now, Lazio preparing to take the corner. In it comes now. Looking for Luis Felipe. Half cleared by Sanisu, and eventually Aquino brings the ball away, but not very far. It's Marusic now. Now Pedro, what can he do with it? Can he dig out the cross? He does. Then away again. Porto defense standing tall. Anderson tries to work a bit more magic on the wing, but nothing doing there. Porto come away with it. Otavio finds Taremi. He just checks his run and waits for support to arrive. He arrives in the form of Otavio. He's on the left wing now. And he goes infield to Vitinho. Vitinho across on Mbemba. And Mbemba finds Sanusi. Sanusi back to Costa. He finds Taremi, and his flicked header only finds the Lazio back line. Lazio now building slowly. They go out to Pedro on the left wing. Radu in support of the overlap. Checks back, comes infield to Alberto. He tries to find Pedro again with a neat chip pass, but can't get it over the heads. Radu again with the cross. Mbemba's there. Can he prevent the corner? I'm not sure if he did, but it's come to Pedro anyway. Pedro. And eventually, oh no, the ricochet comes back off Pedro. And a goal kick is awarded. I'm not sure if Mbemba kept that initial one in. Let's see, he took a very heavy touch. He tried to control the ball. Yeah, for my money, that definitely crossed the line. Porto have got away with one there. So Porto have taken their goal kick, but the ball finds its way to Luis Felipe. Luis Alberto now. He's got 3 Porto defenders for company, and in the end that was too much for him. It's Otavio who puts the ball out of play. Lucas Leiva has made his way off. First substitution, and he's being replaced by Cataldi, Danilo Cataldi. His 8th appearance of the campaign. And also, yellow-carded Stefan Radu is off, and he's being replaced by the Albanian El Said Hissei. So Hissei and Cataldi are on. First changes made by either manager. Forward now come Porto. Edge of the box. Bit of shape for Otavio to shoot, and he parries. Forces Strakosha to parry it. Good effort there. He couldn't quite find the corners though. It was a nice height for the goalkeeper. And now an effort from Vitinho, and he stings the gloves of Strakosha. This time he was forced into a lower save, but was forced to get down quickly. It was a dipping effort, difficult for the goalkeeper. And in the space of about 10 seconds, Strakosha is forced to make his first saves of the second half. Otavio and then Vitinho, both from the edge of the box. First one, yeah, definitely a nice height, but then from Otavio. And the goalkeeper arguably could have done a bit more than that one. Then a fizzing low shot, one that bounced just in front of the goalkeeper from Vitinho. And the goalkeeper had to get down quickly. And the player who scored both goals to turn the first leg around for Porto, Tony Martinez, he's off. And he's been replaced by Wenderson Galeno. The top scorer, joint top scorer in the Europa League, is off, and he's looking to get his first one of the campaign for his new side. We've hit the 56-minute mark. Lazio still looking for that equalising goal. Luis Felipe brings the ball forward. He links up with Milinkovic-Savic, but his pass goes astray, and Porto win it back on the halfway line. Taremi has space to turn. Taremi, can he get a shot away from 25 yards? He does. It's blocked. Out. Deflected wide, I should say. Out for a corner. I mean, it's attacking substitution with Galeno coming on. It does appear that Sergio Conceição wants to get this game wrapped up, but his players are responding. Bit more attacking intent from Porto in this for the last few minutes. 29-time champions of Porto. 2 times winners of this competition as well. Corner comes in. Cleared away. Recycled now by Porto, but they're forced to go all the way back. Well, Bemba, in fact, is in his own half, but then he takes the ball back to Costa. Long from Diogo Costa, looking for Vitinho. His side tries a ball forward for Luis Alberto. Now, Alberto is claiming that he never wanted it in the first place. It should have gone to Immobile. Immobile is now trying to put the goalkeeper under some pressure. Mbemba now. Bruno Costa. Ball back now with Stokosha. Lazio need to find another gear here. They go wide to Husai. Husai back to Patrick. Patrick to Felipe. Luis Felipe. He finds Anderson on the right wing. But he can't maintain possession. Porto win it back. Now it's got a bit scrappy, and Alberto Cataldi, I should say. Cataldi in the middle of the pitch. Now Pedro. Pedro coming infield from the left wing. He's looking for support now. Gets it from Isay. Isay with a cross. Slightly overhit. Regathered. Edge of the box, Milinkovic-Savic. It goes wide. Felipe Anderson, attempted cross. Blocked by Sanusi. We're approaching the hour mark. Corner for Lazio. To be taken by Luis Alberto. 5 players aiming for in the box. He looks for Patrick. Patrick with the effort. Patrick was the final man on the edge of the box. And he thinks he should have done better with that header. Header goes a couple of yards over the top of the bar. He was unmarked, about 16 yards out or so, peeling away from all the commotion ahead of him. But maybe he was just leaning back a bit there slightly as he was backpedaling. And Diogo Costa will not be worried by chances like that. Costa again goes long from the goal kick. He was looking for Galeno. But Felipe was going to be the only winner of that one. And Lazio bring the ball over the halfway line. And it's knocked out of play for a Lazio throw. Patrick is looking for options just inside his own half. Plays it short. And now Cataldi, the new man, on the ball. Ball works its way out to Pedro on the left. Comes infield, Cataldi. Luis Felipe's pass goes astray, and it's Galeno now. Brings the ball over halfway line. Finds Otavio. Otavio now plays 1-2, and he's won the ball back. He's on the right wing now, and he's attempted through ball. Gets cut out. Pedro regathers. Pedro has space to run into. Goes out to Immobile on the wing. Immobile now having a run against the defense. Cuts infield. Alberto with a nice looping effort from about 25 yards. It's held by the diving Costa. Good effort there from Alberto. Found a little bit of space and got the shot away. A good curling effort, but never going to really be enough power to beat Costa from there. Also go back into this possession game that, in my opinion, hasn't been so fruitful for them. It caused them more trouble than it was worth, I think, in the first half. But they're sticking to it. The ball is back with Costa now. Mbemba goes to Bruno Costa. likes of West Ham United, Bayer Leverkusen, Red Star Belgrade, Eintracht Frankfurt, Spartak Moscow, Monaco, and Lyon all waiting, and Galatasaray, of course, all waiting in the last 16 as the group winners. Great win for Rangers away in Dortmund in the first leg last week. I myself attended an intriguing game which ended Zenit St. Petersburg 2, Betis 3. Not sure if the Russian side will be able to overturn that one in the away leg later tonight. Lazio come forward again now. Marusic tussling with Galeno on the wing. He'd think he'd got a... Yes, he puts her arm across him as Galeno beat him to the ball. And it's going to be a free kick to Porto, down by their own corner flag. Few complaints by Marusic about that one, but clear foul. Costa takes the free kick over the halfway line. Felipe tangles with Taremi for it, and eventually the ball works its way back to Strakosha. Lazio now playing their way out of trouble, keeping the ball. Nice pass to Luis Alberto. He brings the ball over the halfway line. He has space and runners for company. One of them is Pedro. Pedro on the wing. Pedro's cross comes in looking for Immobile, but he's under hit and it's cut out by Mbemba. Cataldi recycles. Pedro again. Husai was the runner that Pedro looked for. And it's Uribe who is forced to turn it out for another corner. Another corner for Lazio. Luis Alberto is over this one as well. Let's see if he can find anyone. No, we're going to have a slight stoppage now. Got to play it down. I think it's Mbemba. He's refusing to get up despite, let's say, some help from Immobile. And he was shoved over very hard. Just see the replay now. He was shoved over by Luis Felipe. If it happened in open play, maybe the clearest yellow card you'd ever see. But because it's happening in the context of tussling for the ball inside the area when we waited for a corner, nothing really has happened. So, Pedro's over the ball as well, but it looks like it's going to be another in-swinger from Luis Alberto. He comes in now, back post, Immobile's there, and again, overhit by Luis Alberto. The idea... You can see what the idea was. Give it to Immobile at the back post, who was going to knock it back in to the mix. But another one that Alberto just hasn't got right today. His delivery has not been the best. Lazio don't quite manage to cut one out. Oh, the second bite to the cherry. They've managed to win this one back. But Cataldi, I think it is. No, it was Marusic who's ran himself into trouble. And now Aquino into the area for Porto. He's looking for support. He tries to find Galeno on the opposite side. He does find him. Galeno, edge of the area, being marked. What can he do with it? Otavio, looking for space. Oh, it's well shepherded away by Luis Alberto. But the threat is not over. Porto come again. Vitinha looking for the cross. Can't find space. Now the cross comes in from Zanussi. Vitinha again. Vitinha. Galeno tussling, Vitinha, and eventually, no, they're giving the ball away again. And now it's great effort. Strakosha forced into another save. It was Galeno who was presented with the chance there. Very sloppy play by Lazio when they were trying to clear their lines and completely failing. And a short back pass was completely underhit, straight to Galeno. And now Porto are coming again. Here's Vitinha edge of the box. Taremi, a lovely deep part. Uribe! That's going to be maybe the crucial goal. With 22 minutes to play, The Colombian international Matias Uribe arriving into the box unmarked, and he's found expertly with a lovely through ball by Mehdi Taremi. He takes it under control and fires it past Rakosha. And is that the moment when Porto sealed their place? Edge of the area, Taremi found himself in space, and a lovely little chipped through ball was perfectly gathered, chested down by Mateus Uribe, and on the volley knocks the ball past the helpless Strakosha. No question about offside. He arrived late into the box and met Taremi's pass absolutely perfectly. Wonderfully worked by Sergio Conceição's men. And a 2-goal lead now in aggregate for the Dragons, with only 22 minutes to play. Is that the sucker punch they've been looking for? On the night, it's Lazio 1, Porto 2, 4-2 up, Porto on aggregate. Pepe Aquino is off, and he's being replaced by João Mario. "22-year-old João Mario can play wing back or winger, not to be confused with the one who was in the João Mario who was in Portugal's European Championship winning side. Lazio now are going to be forced to really go for this now. Just over 20 minutes to play. Oh, Immobile was chasing down Costa there. He's definitely going to be fighting for every 50-50 challenge. Pedro as well, scrapping away. Patrick wins the ball back on the halfway line. But he can't find Alberto. Mbemba, and then Bruno Costa tried to tidy up for Porto. But eventually, Pedro blocks. And the ball goes out for a Porto throw, which they've taken, which Bruno Costa has taken, back to Mbemba. And if Porto didn't look in much of a hurry to move forward with the ball earlier on in the contest, they're certainly not going to look in too much of a hurry now. Eventually Mbemba clears, but it goes straight out of play. And Lazio are going to make a change. It's Raul Moro. Raul Moro making his 5th appearance in the Europa League this season, all of them off the bench. And he's replacing Pedro, I should say. Pedro off, Raul Moro on. One Spaniard for another, 19-year-old. But here's Galeno. Galeno for Porto, edge of the box. Beautiful charge down there. Now, and eventually Lazio managed to clear their lines. Galeno now, and Sanusi. Now Vitinha finds some space. Oh, he's looking for the run of Bruno Costa, but Lazio just managed to get it clear. Sanusi finds Pepe into Uribe. Now Vitinha. Taremi just inside the area, being marked. And now he returns the pass, but oh, a great save. Taremi found space. He played a nice intricate 1-2 with Vitinha inside the box. And I think his shot just went wide. I thought Strakosha had just got a touch on that, but no. It just curled away from goal. Shot to Strakosha's left-hand post. Just faded away. But now Porto are on the attack again. Ball into the box. Galeno. Taremi doesn't get a shot from the edge of the area right. Tried the volley there after a neat ball laid back from Galeno. It's Porto who are really looking to put this tie to bed now. Just looking at another effort from Galeno for a few minutes ago. And well saved by Strakosha. Keeping Lazio in this one. Patrick with the ball for Lazio inside the Porto half. Inside the Lazio half, I should say. He goes long. And Mbemba tidies up, heads the ball back to his goalkeeper who gathers. Mbemba forward to the ever-advancing Bruno Costa. He's playing a much more advanced role than he did in the first half. Mbemba and Costa linking up again. Costa forced back now. Plays the ball infield to Ottavio. Ottavio out to Galeno. Galeno, the fresh legs, running at Marusic. Comes back inside. Vitinha now. Ottavio. Uribe. Ball comes across via Bruno Costa. And now Lazio finally regain possession. We've got 16 minutes of the 90 to play. Isai gets away from the advancing Porto attackers. And he finds Mora. Mora now with the chance. And if you just bear with me for a second, I tried to get my connection back. The wonders of modern technology. There we go, we're back now, and it's Immobile into the box. And he loses possession. So 50 minutes left to play. Lazio 1, Porto 2. Lazio need 2 goals to equalise on aggregates. Can they get them? Immobile working hard with Isai. Isai into Luis Alberto. Luis Alberto looking for the run of Felipe Anderson, who is floored just inside the area, and Lazio are asking for a penalty. But it's Patrick who goes into the book. Maybe Cataldi actually was showed the yellow card. Yes, it was Cataldi. Cataldi goes into the book for his protestations. Let's have a look at this one again. No, absolutely nothing wrong with that one. Sanusi tangled a little bit with Anderson again. No, I think I was right actually. Maybe it was yes, I was right in the first place. The UEFA graphics letting me down. It was Patrick who went into the book. I think as well as Cataldi. Looking for the Porto now, looking for the run of Galeno, but not managed to find him. Marusic managed to clear. Patrick now. Alberto out to Isai. Isai tries to find the runner, but it's half cleared. Alberto now gathers, but he can't find Isai. And Porto are now looking to start a counter-attack. But as I said that, Taremi manages to lose possession. The ball goes through his own legs and out for a throw. This Alberto now has picked up a yellow card. A late challenge on Jean Mario. Yeah, a bit of a late one there. Didn't get near the ball, manages to clip him and bring him down. Yellow card for Luis Alberto. Two more substitutions. Vitinha is going off. And he looks like he's going to be replaced by Grujic. And Immobile is now tangling with Otavio and with Vitinha because of the lack of speed, I could say like that, with Vitinha, the way he walked off the pitch. Grujic, Marko Grujic, the Serbian, is on to replace Vitinha. Otavio has had his name added to the book. No, it's all kind of kicking off there. Lots of handbags. Evan Nilsson is also waiting to come on. The referee is still having words with the Porto players. That all needs calming down. I'm trying to get confirmation of who Evan Nilsson is come on for. He's come on for Mehdi Taremi. So, things beginning to get a bit heated now. We've got just over 11 minutes to play, plus added time. Taremi taking the congratulations from the Porto coaching staff. 1 goal and 1 assist for the Iranian striker. A good evening's work for him. Moro now. Moro on the wing for Lazio. He puts the cross into the box. Half cleared. Luis Alberto now. Who's he managed to find? He sides there. Oh, it's Alberto! Oh! Another snapshot there from Luis Alberto, which he doesn't manage to get on target. That's his second really good chance of the game. That one maybe a little bit more difficult from the first. I don't think he was expecting the shot. The Porto players tried to get it under control inside the area, and it just fell nicely to him on his right foot. But he can only find the side netting from about 12 yards out. And it goes wide again, and Porto have already taken the goal kick. Moro again on the left wing, having come on for Pedro. He's been looking lively there. Milinkovic-Savic in all sorts of trouble, but he gets away from the defence with a lovely turn inside the area, and eventually Porto are forced to clear the ball away. There's Grujic in there, who eventually managed to tidy up. Luis Felipe now. Felipe goes long, but can only find Mateus Uribe. And now the ball goes long for Porto. Galeno is there. Galeno gathers the ball. He's up against Felipe. Down by the corner flag. Gets away from him. In from the area. Tries a shot. It's blocked. Doesn't come out too far though. João Mario. Evan Nilsson. João Mario again. Milinkovic-Savic tries to get the ball clear, and they just managed to get the ball out of trouble. Immobile. He's not giving this one up yet. 9 minutes to go, plus added time. Lazio needs to score twice in that time. Patrick takes the initiative on himself. He finds Moro. Isai's cross finds Immobile. And now Alberto with a great effort. He's off the bar. Another fantastic driven shot this time by Luis Alberto. Pepe got a foot in to take the ball away from Immobile, but it fell perfectly and it hit the angle of post and bar. Alberto, the most difficult chance he's had, and it's the closest he's come. He still looks very frustrated with himself. And now let's see what he can do with this corner. In it comes, looking for Patrick. Milinkovic-Savic is in there, but it's cleared away by Mbemba. Now Alberto crosses in, deflected. Immobile is there. Immobile, Milinkovic-Savic. And offside, given against Milinkovic-Savic as the ball came in. Referee just waiting to blow the whistle. Yeah, correct decision there by the linesman. Milinkovic-Savic was just trying to tee himself up for the spectacular there from the... looks like he was getting ready for a bicycle kick before Mbemba got a bit too close to him, but wouldn't have counted. Anyway, if he'd managed to pull it off, offside against him. Porto retaining possession. Winners of this competition in 2003 under Jose Mourinho. Whatever happened to him? Won the Champions League the next season under him as well. He also won this competition in 2011, beating Braga in the final. Oh, the ball is only far away. Now Alberto has another chance, and he still can't get it. The cross came in, and Diogo Costa tried to gather it, couldn't quite reach it. Eventually just palmed the ball straight into the path of Luis Alberto, and he tried to get a bit of space to shoot, but Uribe was in there. Costa was trying to regather, and eventually it was Grujic who managed to block the shot from Luis Alberto. Fourth chance of this second half that he's had. Sorry, it wasn't Grujic. I think it was, I'm not sure. I think it was Bruno Costa. Bruno Costa got back to block Luis Alberto's fourth chance of this second half. It's just not his day. He could have had a hat-trick, at least a hat-trick in this one. Some of his delivery has not exactly been on point, unfortunately. It's just not falling his way for the central midfielder. We have a bit of a stoppage in play. I think in the attempts to block Alberto's effort, I think Bruno Costa has managed to injure himself. Still receiving some treatment. He's been taken off. He's hobbling a bit, but I think he might be okay to come back on. Lazio take the throw-in and sportingly give the ball straight back to Diogo Costa. 5 minutes of the 90 remaining. A long ball forward. Hisai infield. Luis Felipe. Long ball forward now, looking for Milinkovic-Savic gathers. He can't get away from it, and there's another terrible effort there by Diogo Costa. He palms the ball back into the danger area again, but then recovers with a great save from Immobile at close range. Second time there, he's palmed across into the path of an attacker, and for the second time, he's managed to get away with it. This time, he did recover well. And we've had a stoppage in play because now the goalkeeper is down holding his face. Lazio players are not happy about it because they were still in possession. Ball came into the box, looping cross. Milinkovic-Savic gathered it and was being forced wide by Pepe, so he turned and put the cross in to the incoming Ciro Immobile, but Costa dived forward, tried to palm it into the path of one of his own players, of course, or just tried to get it clear, but knocked it straight to Immobile. And Immobile, with the quick effort, could only find the goalkeeper. I think he might have struck him in the face, which is why he's down. But everything just seems to be falling in Porto's favour for these last few minutes. We will have a few minutes added on, so 2.5 plus a good few, I think, added on by the referee. Lazio still believing at the moment. Now the referee immediately, Lazio try to come forward again. This time when the referee gave them a drop ball, this time they did try to attack with it. And the forward pass collected by the goalkeeper. Costa goes long, looking for Galeno. Overhit. Strakosha passes out to Felipe. He goes short to Patrick. Luis Alberto to Felipe. Now Anderson. Felipe Anderson up against the Porto fullback. He's forced to come back inside and loses possession. Porto have a chance to a counter-attack here. It's 4 against 5. And Otavio is forced to check his run, but now he gets away from the defender. Otavio now keeps running, and he finds, he almost, this time it's gathered by João Mario. Bruno Costa again going forward. Lazio survive, and they come again, looking for Immobile, but it's cut out again by Sanusi. Uribe to Grujic. And as we enter the 90th minute, Porto are now happy to slow things right down and kill as much time as they possibly can. It looks like they are heading to the last 16. Bruno Costa back to Mbemba, and Mbemba all the way back to square one, back to the goalkeeper. Sanusi now under not enough pressure for Lazio's liking. He goes long, and it's cut out by Luis Felipe. Patrick now infield. Across to Hisai. Moro cutting inside. He really is a like-for-like replacement, similar to Pepe in so many ways. Cross comes in now. Milinkovic-Savic is there. Can he turn it in? No, he just manages to get the ball over the goalkeeper. No pace on the ball at all, and Pepe running back in boosts the ball out for a corner. We've had 6 minutes signalled by the fourth official. 6 minutes to be added on. But time is running out, and Lazio have had their chances. We've already had 30 seconds of the initial 6. Corner to come in now. And Marusic got ahead of his man at the near post, but can only knock it out for a goal kick. Another cross came in, which Mbemba challenged with Milinkovic-Savic. Milinkovic-Savic won the duel, and he just went to sort of loft the ball over the goalkeeper, which he managed. But the backpedaling Pepe was there. Perfect timing to knock the ball out of play. And now Porto have a chance to win it here. Galeno had the freedom of Rome for a moment there. Otavio played a through ball to him, and he ran through on goal into the box, but just couldn't direct his efforts. He should have done better with that one there, and he shoots it harmlessly wide of Strakosha's goal. We've had almost 2 minutes of the additional 6. This is Porto's to throw away now. Costa's driven goal kick finds Evan Nilsson. But Lazio win the ball back again. Marusic infield to Luis Felipe. He links up with Patrick. Lazio might have to increase the intensity any second. It's back into Milinkovic-Savic, and it just will not fall for Lazio today. Another great ball into the box, which Milinkovic-Savic used his strength to win the ball, but he just couldn't bring it under his control there. Moro now, Alberto. And Cataldi with a very, very ambitious effort from 30 plus yards out. And it just goes horribly wide and high. And it's a real waste, that one, for Lazio. Porto will be happy with those for the rest of the evening. A real wasted effort there. Goal kick has been taken. Porto retain possession on the halfway line. And they go all the way back to Costa. He goes long, and eventually the ball is gathered by Patrick. Lazio trying to build an attack here, but the Porto formation, the Porto shape is exactly where Sergio Conceição wants it, and then not allowing Lazio to advance too far. Lazio still coming forward. The ball to Milinkovic-Savic again. Now it falls to Immobile. What can he do with it? Immobile with a shoot. Oh, it's off the ball, and it is turned in. It is turned in. 2-2 on the night. 3-2, 3-4 on aggregate. Lazio do have a chance. We are going to have a Grand Slam finish. And another ball played towards Milinkovic-Savic. Again, he managed to knock it down, this time to Ciro Immobile. Immobile with his back to goal managed to dig out a shot, and the ball hit the post. And with Diogo Costa down on the floor, the net was left empty, and the onrushing Danilo Cataldi was there to turn it home. So it is 2-2 on the night. It's Lazio 3, Porto 4 in aggregate. We've got about 1 minute 15 of the 6 that were added on left to play. Hold on to your hats, folks. This one is not over yet. Patrick now. Here come Lazio. What can they do with it? Not long. Moro is there. Milinkovic-Savic trying to win another one. We're into the final minutes of the 6 added on. All Lazio players, bar the goalkeeper, in their own half. But that's a great cutout there by Evan Nilsson. And the ball goes out of play for a Lazio throw. They're still inside the Porto half, but they're forced to regroup. Patrick on the halfway line. Forward ball looking for Moro. Now Luis Alberto in space. What can he do with it? Wide to Hisai. Cross comes in. Patrick now, 40 yards from goal. Luis Alberto. Felipe Anderson, edge of the box. Forced to go back. Cross comes in, cleared away. We're into the final few seconds. Luis Alberto. Now, Moro. Cross comes in. Header. And a second by the Cherry, and Pepe is there to shepherd it out. And eventually, Porto managed to clear their lines. They just put the ball out of play. There's no one to move the ball up to. And Lazio have another chance. The ball comes in now. Is it going to be gathered by the goalkeeper? He punches it away. How many more opportunities are Lazio going to have to get the ball into the box? And it's now Porto do manage to come away with it. Grujic brings the ball away, and that might just do it as Porto win a free kick just on the halfway line, wide out. It was Otavio who collected Grujic's ball. And I think that might just be about it. All eyes on the referee. Porto, of course, are going to take as long as they possibly can over this free kick. Now they take it. And Porto fans holding their breath. A good number of them have travelled. Ball long. It's gathered by Strakosha, but that's it. The referee blows for full time. A fantastic, entertaining match here at the Stadio Olimpico. And it goes the way of the visitors. And it's not a win in 90 minutes for Porto. Their long winless run in Italy does continue, but they won't mind that one bit, because they've managed to hold on. They soaked up a lot of pressure from Lazio in those final few minutes. And it's the Portuguese side who will advance to the final 16. Lazio's European adventures for this season have come to an end. Immobile put them in front. Mehdi Taremi with the equaliser. Then Taremi managed to set up Uribe for a lovely, well-worked second in the second half. And a late goal from Cataldi set up a great finish, but it ended on aggregate Lazio 3, FC Porto 4, and the Giants from Portugal will progress to the last 16 of the Europa League. My name is Anthony Thomas. Thank you for joining me this evening on the Commentary Hub. I look forward to seeing you again sometime. Good night.